Welcome to Neophyte.tv, the technology show for the not-so-geeky. I'm Andy Barnes.
And I'm Ben Friedman, and today on the show, new iPods!
Yay!
That was a good little unison thing. We are looking today at these little guys here. These are the new iPod Nanos, which are now the most functional iPods that aren't the iPhone or the iPod. You know, they're very functional iPods. They're cool. I like
That's what you were trying to say.
Right. They come in a lot of colors. I noticed that you have your nice little purple one here. I have purple. And you notice how the iPod, the Nano, has kind of changed size a lot. It went to like that short, squat one, and then it went like longer again. You know, so now we're back to this form factor.
Well, I was familiar with I had the iPod Video.
The Video, which is sort of like the old hard drive one.
Right.
It's like the last one that actually looks like an iPod. You know.
Right. So, you know, I've always been used to the one that was a little bigger and sort of heavy and
bulkier and such.
But I could watch movies on it. That was pretty neat.
These guys now don't have, you know, they don't have a hard drive in them. They're flash memory, and they've got a lot of the new features. For instance, here is, I don't know if you can see that well, but this is like the cover flow, right? Where, have you used this, Andy? Where you get to see all the different albums you got on here.
Right.
And as you scroll through here, you get to see all those albums. But of course, the big news on the new iPod Nano is that it will now take video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you used that?
Yes, I've used it, and I've transferred it onto my computer. That's always the hard part for me, is finding something that's really cool and then taking it to the next step and actually watching it again.
And the great thing about Apple products is their biggest strength and their weakness as well. All Apple stuff works well together. Right. So it's very easy. Well, tell me about your experience. How have you found it?
I really like this.
Right.
And to be honest, Ben kept saying, I need to go get the new Nano, I need to go get the new Nano. And I was like, big whoopee, it's going to play music, and mine plays music, and what's the big deal? I really didn't get it.
Right.
But Ben got it for me as a... I think so that I would know what all the fuss was about. So I would get it.
And tell me about it.
And I get it. I really, really like that it's light.
It is.
Especially compared to my heavy one.
Right.
I really like that I can actually turn it, the volume, and it makes a little...
click sound.
It clicks sound, so I actually know that I'm turning it.
And your video doesn't do that?
No, mine you had to sort of push on it. It was sort of that pressure. So it was different than this.
Right.
I really love the video. I love that the volume, when I hear it in my ear, it's really loud.
It's louder than your video.
Exactly, louder than my video.
Right. It's funny that yours was called the iPod Video, but didn't take video. But you could play video.
Right.
Right.
The only thing that I wish this did have was a camera on it.
Well, it has a camera, the video camera.
Right, but I wish it had a camera on it.
Oh, you mean like for taking like still pictures?
Right.
Yes, it is odd, isn't it, that it will take video, but it won't take still pictures.
Right.
Right.
So, I mean, I could easily, like I took this to my kids' school, you know, they did a little play and I videotaped it, but it would have been great if I could have switched modes and put a camera on it.
Right, but you know the camera wouldn't be very high quality. You know, it'd be like an iPhone camera or something like that.
Well, if they can make a video look decent, then why can't they make a camera?
So the video on here, for instance, is not high, it's not high def, it's regular def.
Right.
But let me take a little video here.
Okay.
And
oh, and the only other thing I didn't like is my finger kept getting in the way.
Okay, so I'm going to start recording here. Here we are recording with the little iPod, the little camera, and it is, hold yours up here, and let me show the people. Look, there's the little camera right there. It's a very small, tiny camera. Now, what were you saying about your finger?
Well, I always took it like this, and so
so your video,
you're using your control, so my finger right there.
Your finger lends it, so you take a nice video shot of your finger.
Right, and I have to move it. But do you always take it this way?
Well, I do, but even when I do, I take it like this, you know, and I'm holding it like that, and so my finger still ends up in front of the camera.
But maybe it's just because it's so small, there's not many places they could... Well, I guess they could put it right in the center.
The display on here, if you see, can you see Andy on that little display? So it's pretty good display.
You could tell it's me.
You can. Well, you are sitting right next to it, so it shouldn't be too hard to tell you to. Okay, I'm just going to turn that off.
So overall, I really like it.
Well, that's great. So, okay, I've got it on here. Let's see if I can play that back. And today's the date right here. So here it is. Now, it has a built-in speaker, too, which the other iPods don't have.
Right, and I like that, too.
Yeah. So here, I'll let you hear the speaker.
Let me show the people. Look, there's the little camera right there. It's a very small, tiny camera. Now, what were you saying about your finger?
Well, I always took it.
Okay,
I think that looks great.
Yeah, the quality's pretty good. I mean, and you know what they say is, it's not high def, it's not as good, especially in lower light, as other ones, but what they say is the best camera is the camera you have on you when you need a camera. What good is having an awesome, amazing camera if when you need it, it's at home.
Right, and these are perfect to put up on YouTube or Facebook or...
You bump into Montel Williams on the subway, and you got to have a camera.
You say, hold on.
There it is, and you do a little impromptu interview with Montel right there.
Right.
So that's great. Well, and the other thing it has, obviously, it has an FM radio built in. Now, do you care about that?
I haven't had to use it. I've tried it, but...
I think it's odd. If you have an iPod, do you really need an FM radio?
Well, maybe you want to see what the local news is. I mean, you can't catch the local news on
your iPod.
On your iPod.
That's
so
true.
maybe if you want current events, current things, then...
So it starts at $149 for these guys. I think that's an 8 gig model. Is that right? I think that's 8 gigs on there. And there's a one that's 16 gigs as well. Comes in a bunch of different colors. And I think it's a nice step up, you know, for a great little camera. $149, not a bad deal.
I like it.
And we've got more news coming up right after this, so please stay tuned. We are back, and in the second spotlight today, we are reviewing a little bit of clothing design. Why are you smiling already? You're just laughing away there.
Because wait till you see this.
A new bit of clothing, and there's for men and for women. And for women, it's called the Yummie Tummie. Mm-hmm. And basically, Andy, tell me if I've got this right. You put this on under your clothes, and it's got a kind of a stretchy panel in the front that basically sucks your gut in.
Right.
And you wore this. Now, you're not a big gal. You're fairly slender.
Right, but...
So are you even the target audience for this?
No, I am, because there are things called muffin tops that we all know what that is, right? Everyone knows?
The part of the muffin.
Yeah, so when you wear those pants that are sort of low and they're sort of snug and it sort of pushes up that baby fat.
Right.
Or just fat.
Okay.
And I've had 3 kids, so I've got it there.
Okay.
So I'll tell you, the first time I put this on, I didn't get it on. I couldn't get it on, and I took it off, and I said, I'm just going to tell Ben that I couldn't.
You could not even get into it.
I couldn't get into it.
Because you're so massive.
Or this is just really small.
Well, that is an extra small.
This is an extra small. Right. And then I thought, okay, I have to at least...
Try again?
Try again.
Okay, so you've got out the forceps and the crane.
Right, I mean, literally, I couldn't put it on over my head, because this part, it's not really made to stretch too much, because it's supposed to hold in your tummy.
Right.
So I couldn't get my arms in, so I had to pull it up like a pair of pants.
Okay.
Finally got it on. Can I stand up, or it won't work if I stand up? So finally got it on, and you see where it goes to like right here?
Right.
Sorry, I'm missing my head.
That's okay.
But it still leaves this much room.
Right.
And this is really where my problem is.
I see, right at the bottom.
Right. So but I did like how I could tuck this part in, so it's sort of cottony, and you could tuck it.
The question is did you look or feel better in it?
Okay, you just want me to get to the point. I get it. Okay. So basically, if this part would have been longer and gone further down.
Right, you would have liked longer. Maybe the larger ones would have been a bit longer for you.
Right, but then I don't know if it would have sucked it in as much. So I don't know if I just had the wrong size, but it needed to be a little longer for it to work.
Right, or maybe the part that it's trying to compress, you just have no fat in.
No, I do have the fat, because it was still down here. I kept having to pull it down.
All right.
It was a little tight, like a little uncomfortable, so I don't know. Maybe if they want to send me a small, maybe I'll try that, but overall, I like the concept. I think it could work a little bit.
Right. Now, they also have a line for men.
Yes.
And they sent this line to me, and they call it the RIPT, or the RIPT, or the RIPT. And I'm going to put up a picture here of the guy on the box. Let me tell you, I'm kind of a big guy. There's no amount of compression you could do that would make me look like this guy. Okay? Because he doesn't look like he really needs this.
Maybe if we tug in spots to give you the ripples.
Well, so I'm wearing it now. So I'm going to undo this here.
Okay. How are you, Beige?
And you know, I'm not naked. I
know, it's just a little.
It's not like you can't see me on the monitor. So here's my. There it is. There it is, guys. Go ahead. Okay. So it is. I mean, I'm a pretty big guy, and it's really sucking me in.
So what do you think?
So
can you breathe?
I will. There we go. What do you think? Look. Oh, that's attractive. Yeah.
I see your muffin top.
Yeah, I did. You know, like I say, nothing. You need some sort of singularity to get that contained.
Well, because this fits you.
Well, this is a large, and I usually take extra large stuff, so this one's kind of tight, but it fits. I mean, I got it on without a problem.
You got it on the way it's supposed to go on.
But the thing is, you're supposed to put this under clothes, so here I am. If I put a shirt on, I mean, do I look svelter under the shirt? What do you think? I mean, it's a kind of a loose shirt.
Right, I don't think you could really tell in a loose shirt. I think the key would be
you
wear a
don't
t-shirt.
wear. You know, if I pull this in a bit, I don't know, do I suddenly look more attractive to, don't answer that.
Well, I think what you have to ask yourself is, do you have a problem sort of down here where we all do?
Oh, I have problems everywhere.
Well, do you?
I'm all problems.
Do you feel
Quite frankly,
like
there's no bit of my body that isn't a problem?
Do you feel like it sort of sucks in down there?
It does, and that's a good thing. And you know what? I wore this. I had a shoot where I was going to be standing for a couple hours 2 days ago, and I wore this for the shoot because I was wearing a suit jacket. Not really fitted, but I was wearing a suit jacket, so I wore that, and it felt good. And you know what? Actually, I liked is it almost felt supportive, like a back brace, like you see the guys at Lowe's wear.
Right.
Like I felt like I had better posture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, in fact, even right now, I feel like I'm kind of sitting upright a bit more.
Right. Well, let me just add one more thing.
Oh, goodness.
I know. I couldn't fit my bra on under this because it was too tight. So
I don't know if is it supposed to go on over or under, or is it supposed to be kind of like a sports bra?
I mean, I would think that women need to wear a bra. I mean, when I put this on, it just sort of flattened everything.
So you worried that it's going to be a little bust reducing?
Exactly.
That's not a good thing.
So I know they're watching this, so I would really love to try one size bigger and, you know, to see if it goes a little further down, if I can get it on regular, and if I could put a bra on. I just felt like there was no way I could fit another article of clothing, especially with lots of padding on.
And those clothings for you typically have a lot of padding.
Exactly.
All right, just getting that out there. All right, so that is the Yummie Tummie, and I'm wearing, I got to tell you, I like this. I would, you know, I think I might just wear it just because I liked how it helped me improve my posture.
Right.
At the same time, you know, I don't think I was getting checked out by the babes any more than, you know, I usually am.
I think you need to try it with a t-shirt on.
Well, my t-shirts are loose. I mean, I don't wear tight stuff.
Okay, then I think you need to wear a snugger t-shirt. Let me just put this out there real quick. If you're large, don't wear larger things.
See, I disagree. I think if you're large, wearing a larger thing
makes you look larger.
Well, it makes you look like you're in something that fits you. Why would you wear
think you're
something
hiding
snug?
it underneath it, and you're not.
But wearing something snug, you're leaving nothing to the imagination. I mean, you're hanging out all over. I don't know.
We could go on and on.
Like, I think women who have a little bit, like, are hippie, they look better in skirts than pants, for instance, because the skirts hide the hippiness. What do you think?
I mean, I think there's certain outfits that make you look more flattering. But I think what you're saying is if you're large, you should wear baggier things.
Or less tight things. I don't know about baggy, but yeah. Like, you know, I got to tell you.
You think you're hiding yourself in a bigger shirt.
You know, back when in the 80s, when like guys were wearing tight pants, like, you know, like Bon Jovi and stuff, you know, I had big legs and I couldn't find jeans that looked good on me. You know, I had to wear slacks even to like high school because the jeans of the day, if I wanted to wear a size that my legs fit in, I'd have to buy like a 44-inch waist, which is ridiculous. If I wanted to buy the right waist, like a 36 waist, the legs were tiny. They're way too thin. Now, everyone complains about the bagginess of all the kids' clothes lately. You know, oh, it's so baggy and all that stuff. But I got to tell you, they fit me really well, like the carpenter style jeans and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I like that because all of a sudden I can buy the right waist and the legs fit.
They're loose fitting.
Right.
Right.
That's all.
We could go on and on.
All right, so that is the RIPT, which I kind of like, the Yummie Tummie, which Andy is worried flattens her boobs.
It's not all I was worried about.
No, there were other things in the tube. That's all I remember.
Of course.
Hal, what do you think? Would you wear this kind of stuff? If you're a guy, and I know there's a couple of you out there that watch this show, would you wear something like this Superman-y type of shirt?
It's called RIPT.
Called RIPT. And the name is very euphemistic, I'm afraid, because I certainly don't look or feel ripped in it. But at the same time, I do feel compressed, supported, you know, and I like it. I would wear it.
Okay.
Let us know. www.neo-fight.tv is the address. And I say it fast because it's there on the screen. And if you have to have an extra 30 seconds,
take a look at this.
A Are you still lighting your videos the old-fashioned way? Heavy, fragile lighting fixtures, hot lights that make your talent sweat, gels and filters to match your colors?
Time to take a look at the Xylite LED lighting system, the future of lighting today. Small, compact, and durable LED lights with high wattage output. Cool LED technology won't overheat your talent.
And multicolor presets let you instantly choose from daylight, tungsten, or custom colored illumination, fully dimmable at the touch of a button.
And each Xylite comes with wireless networking built in for easy remote control.
For more information, visit Xylite today at www.xylite.com.